Currently, there's 17 rail trains from FEC that go through the county every day. They're going to add an additional 32 trains. It's going to be 49 trains that are going to be going through our community on a regular basis, so that's going to hamper our ability to respond. And it's important to know that right now, since we're still coming off of this economic downturn, we're holding the line as far as emergency services is concerned. But as of yesterday, we had a moment in 15 minutes. The whole county was busy. We only had one med unit available. We have 74 people on staff every day for a total of 220. So if we had a mass casualty incident, we do not have the manpower to take care of an emergency like that. So I think it's important for all of you to know where we're at as far as the county is concerned. Also, too, is I'd like to address some of the things in the environmental impact study that was given out by All Aboard Florida. It was about 700 pages thick that I read from the All Aboard people, and they cite in the actual document that freight, they don't anticipate an increase in freight, but it might in the future. And then lastly, I'll leave you with the last conference I attended in Orlando. The baby boomers are going to wreak havoc on the 911 system. They're predicting in the next 5 to 10 years that they're going to cripple the 911 system as a whole because just the mass quantities of people that are going to be using that system. So just want to bring that to your attention.
Great. Thanks, John. Senator Altman.
How many hospitals do we have west of the tracks?
One hospital is Indian Memorial Hospital is east of the tracks, and then we have Sebastian River Medical Center, which is also east of the tracks.
I don't think we have any.
Right, correct. So
something to think about too.
Absolutely.
You have to get across tracks to get to the hospital.
Good. Yeah, and I agree, and I know we're short on time here, but the safety issue has not been addressed with All Aboard Florida, period. The only thing they've addressed is the environmental impact, and that's only on a passenger rail. That hasn't even been addressed for the additional freight that's going to be coming along with this. So we agree, or I agree. I'm not going to speak for everybody else, but that is an issue we have to address. It's the safety issue that has not been taken into account on this whole project. So, John, thank you for bringing that up, and hopefully we'll get some more information on that.
Don't hesitate to contact me if you have any other questions.
Thanks. Okay, now we're going to have Walter.
Good afternoon, Representative Mayfield and other state representatives. The subject of state pensions was talked about a lot 2 or 3 years ago. I did submit several lengthy letters and sent letters out all over the state to different people, legislators, to try to get some action. Seems like I'm not sure it'll ever get changed. But I think it would be beneficial to the citizens of the state of Florida if the state pension system was changed to a 401k system. Even if it doesn't take effect for 2 or 3 years from now. I mean, you'd have to start sometime. One of the other things about the existing system is that you have this special risk category where they get a 3% multiplier instead of 1.65. And the special risk category keeps expanding all the time. It's not just police and fire anymore. You got correctional in there, you have medical people in there, you have nurses. Everybody wants to get in that category because you double your pension for life whenever you retire. But it's going to bankrupt the state of Florida. So it would be helpful if just the special risk category was either eliminated and they were made general, just regular class retirees instead of special risk. I've read several articles in the newspaper, in the Wall Street Journal and everything. There are lots of jobs that are even a lot more dangerous than police or fire. I mean, even an average farmer or fisherman, those people have a lot more deaths and illnesses on the job than police and fire do. It's way out of proportion to what the risks actually are. We've never lost a fireman, to my knowledge, in Indian River County since its existence. But we've lost a lot of other people in public works departments and water departments. So it's not as bad as it is. Hopefully, the state retirement system, you'll still study this and make some changes, either a major change all the way or change the existing system.
Great. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, Walter. I know you've been fighting this since I've been elected as well, so thank you very much. Okay, Lang Sykes. Lang is going to speak briefly on 4 important issues.
Madam Chair, thank you so much. Senator Negron, Senator Altman, appreciate your attendance today. I want to thank you guys first and foremost for everything you do and continue to do. And I will extremely quickly echo a few of the points that were made today that I think are probably the 4 most important points facing our community here. First and foremost, creating more jobs, harness the recent win of our pro-jobs Governor Rick Scott, and continue to foster that pro-business dynamic here locally. I'd like to see us also obviously oppose and protect our community from All Aboard Florida by crafting legislation and make sure that we don't use any taxpayer dollars to fund that project whatsoever. Certainly our city utility, we need to lessen the burden on the unrepresented and the represented ratepayers in this community, and frankly that's a deterrent to new business and new growth in this area, citing some of the larger companies that suffer from that burden. And lastly, really to continue to protect one of our biggest economic drivers in the Indian River Lagoon and make sure that we work with our local scientists, our national scientists, to better understand the issues and affect some real positive change now. And just as a quick side note, when we talk about septic tanks and some of the issues that we have here locally with regard to cyanobacterial blooms in fresh water that end up making their way into our brackish water system, I'd really encourage all of you to look into the use of bioremediation. These are beneficial microbes that are used to volatilize chemical and organic compounds, and we can take care of that naturally and very cost effectively without having to create a lot of infrastructure. So a thought, and any of you that would like more information on that, I'd be happy to share that with you. So thank you for your time.
Great. Thanks, Lang. Appreciate that. Okay, now we're at the end of the meeting, and we have to elect new officials for officers for next delegation meeting. So, Senator Altman, I understand you have a motion.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chairman. I want to make sure I get this right. Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion.
Thank you.
That we nominate you to be chair for our legislative delegation.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. And I look forward to doing this. That'll be my last year, so it'll hopefully be an exciting one. And then Senator Negron, I understand you have a motion.
Yeah, I'll move for Senator Altman to be the vice chair of the delegation.
And I second that motion. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Thank you.
Madam Chair, if I could just briefly mention,
Sure.
I had another legislative commitment at 8:30 in the morning, actually in Western Palm Beach County, so I make it a priority to be here and be on time, but I had conflicting obligations, so I apologize for being late.
No, listen, you are pulled from one end to the other, and it was very difficult. It was very difficult to even get the meeting put together because we serve on 3 different delegations, and they run from Palm Beach to Cocoa Beach. So I really appreciate you getting here at all. So thank you very much for that, and your staff is always here taking the notes for you. So with that, we'll call the meeting adjourned, and hopefully we'll see you guys over at the luncheon.